The man at the art gallery told me I couldn't possibly understand the painting in front of us. I painted it. I was staring at it because I recognized every brushstroke. I painted it 3 years ago in my studio before someone broke in and stole half my collection. 3 years. 3 years of police reports going nowhere. Insurance claims denied because I couldn't prove the value. And gallery owners telling me to just move on and paint new work. Like I could just forget the pieces I poured my soul into. That painting represented 6 months of my life when I was struggling to pay rent, eating ramen every night, but refusing to give up on my dream. I remember the exact night I finished it, 3 a.m., paint under my fingernails, crying because it finally captured what I'd been trying to express for months. This guy, wearing a Rolex and designer shoes, stepped next to me and laughed. Abstract expressionism. Most people just see random colors. Takes a refined eye to appreciate pieces like this. He sipped his wine. I'm thinking of acquiring it tonight. Should be a steal since the artist is unknown. My heart was pounding. I wanted to scream that I was standing right here, that he was looking at my stolen work, but I needed to know more. I asked him what he'd pay, keeping my voice steady, even though my hands were shaking. My mouth was dry. This was the first time in 3 years I'd seen any of my stolen pieces in person. He smirked. Maybe 15, 20,000. It's honestly generous. The technique is amateurish at best, but it matches my living room. Amateurish. I spent 200 hours on that piece. I mixed those colors myself because I couldn't afford pre-mixed paints. Every chaotic stroke was intentional, expressing everything I felt after my father passed away. And this man wanted to hang it in his living room because it matched his couch. My father would have loved this painting. He never got to see it finished because he died 2 weeks before I completed it. Every blue stroke represented a memory. Every red one, a regret. I smiled and said, "That's interesting." Though inside I was falling apart. He continued, "See these brush patterns? Completely untrained. A real artist would never be so chaotic. Whoever made this probably gave up by now." That line hit different, because after the theft, I almost did give up. I stopped painting for 8 months. Couldn't even look at a canvas without feeling sick. My therapist said it was like grieving, and she was right. Those paintings were my children, and they'd been ripped away from me. I'd wake up at night having panic attacks, thinking about them hanging in some stranger's house, being called amateurish, or worse, being destroyed. But then something changed. 6 months ago, I started tracking stolen art sales online, obsessively. Every auction house, every private gallery, every shady online marketplace. My friend said I was losing it, that I needed to let go, but I couldn't. And then 3 weeks ago, I found it, listed under a fake provenance, but I knew immediately it was mine. The auction started. My heart felt like it was going to explode out of my chest. I'd sold everything I owned to be here tonight. My car, my grandmother's jewelry, borrowed money from friends who didn't even know why I needed it. I had exactly $80,000 to my name, and I was about to bet it all on a hunch. If I was wrong, I'd be financially destroyed. If I was right, I'd get back a piece of my soul. My painting came up third. Lot 47, untitled abstract, opening bid 10,000. The man confidently raised his paddle. 12,000, 15, 18. He was grinning, probably thinking he'd get it cheap. Then I raised mine. 25,000. His smile faded. He bid 30. I went 40. Every number I called out felt like reclaiming a piece of myself. 50, 65. His face turned red as he dropped out at 70,000, shaking his head like I was insane. "Sold for $70,000. I walked to claim it, tears streaming down my face, and he stopped me. "Why would you pay that much for amateur work?" I looked him in the eyes. "Because someone stole it from my studio 3 years ago, and I just bought back my own painting." I pulled out my phone, showing photos of it in my studio with the date stamp, my signature on the back, progress photos I documented throughout the creation process. His face went ghost white. Security was very interested in how he obtained stolen property.